for viewing later online. And I can't even see the rest of the slide here. Do I have?
Yeah, we're not in slide mode yet, Kristen.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. We're still in, what do you call it? Like the application mode. She's got to shift it.
All right, well. I can continue to speak while she's doing that. Okay. So during the presentation, please use the chat feature to ask the presenter a question. Feel free to leave the Zoom meeting at any time. And that will bring us to the secretary's report. As always, we sent out a link in advance. So the link to the February general meeting minutes were in the March 1st e-blast, so you could review the minutes before this meeting. If you have any comments or corrections on the minutes, you can unmute yourself and speak your comments, and then we'll see how that goes. So I don't hear anything, so I'm assuming there's no comments. And in that case, the minutes are accepted as presented.
Michelle, there's nothing up. There's no slideshow going on for me
I
anyway.
I know, and I've just covered the first
Oh,
two
okay.
items so that when the slideshow comes up, we can start right with the treasurer's report.
So Michelle, do you want me to speak about the nominating committee while we're waiting?
Oh, that's a great idea. Yes, please.
Okay. So as your ex-president, I'm the, pulled together the nominating committee. And this year it consists of Marianne Bradley, Joanne Barber, Brenda Jazowski, and Michelle Maurice. We are looking to fill some positions on the board, which were listed in your invitation to this meeting. So I hope you look at that, give that some consideration. If you want to call us, we'd be love to hear from you. We hope to start meetings in the fall and get this whole thing back on the road. And so if one of us calls you, please answer your phone and be willing to take the plunge and, say yes and give back to your guild. Often it's the same people that are helping out year after year after year. We'd like to see some new faces on the board and on our committees. So again, say yes. It's fun.
Yeah,
okay.
I would agree very much with what Betsy said. We do want new people. We don't want to keep relying on the same people all the time. And this is how you get to know other people in the guild and make your friends and serve the guild. I mean, I love the guild and I want it to continue to succeed, but it won't succeed unless people volunteer their time as well as their talents and their knowledge and share all of that with us. So hopefully you will think about it and find that there's something that might interest you. And I can tell you I've served in 4 positions and I've enjoyed all of them. So don't be afraid to give it a shot.
Step on up.
Yeah. All right. I would say since we're still waiting on the slides, I would say freshen up your coffee right now and hold tight. The only other thing I can think of maybe we could do is the vote. No, I don't think so. I want people to see that.
Excuse me,
Yes.
Michelle, Kristen is locked out of Zoom.
Oh, God.
So we're gonna try me opening the slides out of Dropbox.
All right.
Something new and exciting.
Oh,
Hold on tight,
technology.
Oh,
ladies.
good. Go for it. Go for it.
So, get your coffee. I'll be back.
I'm trying to get through a workaround as well. I'm trying to get back on Zoom.
Okay, so
I actually think Zoom is having some issues this morning because I was having some flaky stuff going on.
It went down the other day for a quick minute or two. So they have been having some issues.
Yeah, Michelle, it went down last night on my crochet group.
Oh,
True.
then,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, I think,
Blame it on the wind.
well, I think it's just that there's so many people using Zoom that their capacity is challenged. All right, while we're waiting, I'm going to jump ahead and I'll talk about the member-to-member marketplace. And the new member-to-member marketplace is up and running. I used it to solicit wooden spools from our generous members, and I was richly rewarded. I have more spools than I actually needed now. And I want to thank everybody who gave me those wooden spools. They are going to be covered with small embroideries and used as scissor holes, embroidery scissor holders. You put the scissor in the top. And there will be at least 3 of them in the June silent auction. So if there's something you like, remember to look for them at the auction. Now, the 50th anniversary is for ECNG is coming up, and a steering committee for the 50th anniversary celebration has been put together, whose members are Catherine Flowers, Adele Forte, Betty Hastings, Kristen Hunter, Alice Jordan, and myself. I would like to thank the committee members for their time and their ideas. We all feel that this is a unique and important milestone in ECNG's history. We have already been meeting and have developed a questionnaire for our membership. The purpose of this survey is to find out what our members would like to do to commemorate our 50th year, which will be in 2023. So we're starting to plan in advance, which is a good thing, I think. At any rate, an e-blast is going to go out in March, giving you all a link to the survey. And for those of you who don't have internet access, a form will be mailed to you. I would ask that you spend some time with the 10 questions and be as creative as possible with your ideas and suggestions. Sunshine cards. If you know anyone who needs cheering up, please let Doreen Waller and myself know, and we will see to sending them a card. And raffle baskets. We have an April basket. The theme is April showers bring May flowers. It has one of those little embroidered wooden spools with a half of it's a cloudy day and the other half is a sunny day with spring flowers on it. And there's also a needle felting cookie cutter flower kit in there, 2 artisan soaps, a springtime colored shawl knit by Brenda Jazowski, a couple of bookmarks and small umbrella with rainy day patterns, and then a beautiful potted plant will be added at the last minute. So there will be some photographs available, but they won't have the potted plant for a while. And then that would be our April basket. The May basket is a quilting tote bag. The pictures have already been in the newsletter. It has 10 quilting rulers or templates, 4 coordinated batik fabrics, 1 package of printed treasures inkjet printable fabric, as seen in Catherine Flower's name tag presentation in January, and 1 package of 48 thread spool huggers to prevent thread unwinding and keep tails under control. June will not have a raffle basket. Instead, we will be having an online silent auction. You can check with Michelle Maurice and Val DeBlois if you want to see if they need anything donated. And in June, we will also be really revealing the winners of the name tag challenge. So don't forget the name tag challenge. Your entries are due April 15th. The board will review all the entries because we expect a lot from you, and they will narrow it down to the top 10, I think it is. And then that will happen in May, and then the whole guild will be voting on those top 10 to find our first and second prize winners, and they will be announced at the June annual luncheon meeting. All right. And that, I think, well, let's see. I can also go over next month's meeting is going to be with Lizanne Miller, and it's going to be what is it going to be again? The history of rug hooking. So that will be April. May will be modern quilting with Kathy Graves. And then we've covered what's going to be going on at the June meeting. Let's see. Only other thing. Oh, are we getting there?
I don't know, guys. I'm trying. What do you see now?
Oh, I see the show and tell.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So, all right. Let me see if I can make this work. All right. Now you see show and tell full screen.
Yep.
I'm hanging up, Catherine.
Okay. So I'm going to do this and talk and keep your fingers crossed, say a little prayer, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
You need to back up one. I think you're on the second one already.
Yes. So Wendy Beaumont did this beautifully crocheted Christmas stocking. And she's taking orders now. I'm only kidding. This is and she also has some beautiful pumpkins that came from the Facebook page and used the actual pumpkin stems. And we've got some juggling balls. And Wendy, I hope you're planning on demonstrating those. and your juggling technique when we're back live, so you have time to practice.
And that won't be happening.
Well, you never know. You never know. There's time. And Katie, these are her furry friends and fish. And we've got a reindeer and a fox and a little fish and the teddy bear. The fish is going to be an ornament. The fish looks like felt or fabric. Donna Childs and her little crocheted friends. I love the monkeys. Cheeky monkeys. And Glenna, this is, I think, her first knitting project or second. She's a new knitter, and this is a lovely ombre looking cashmere knit wrapper scarf. Oh, this is me. We have the strawberries, just a pin cushion. It's tiny. The box with the crazy quilt block, I finally took it and put it on top of a box. So it's doing something besides sitting in my containers. The little bird is a mug rug, and we've got a pin cushion. And I took a class called Katano Stitching and Shibori. And these are the pieces that came out of that. And I hope to combine them with my dragonfly. This is something called the 52 Tags Project. It's 52 tags handmade that a few of us in the guild are participating in. And so every week you're given an assignment to make on your tag. The tags she uses are 2x4, I think, or 2.5x4. You can pick any size you want. And these are mine. The smaller photo is from January and the bigger photo is February. So each week we get different projects. They come out on YouTube on Friday. And you'll see others as we continue. This is my primitive hooked rug with the 1/2-inch strips that I finally completed. I have to now finish the edges. And this is a wool hooked punched rug that I did. Oh, and my sheep quilt that was on my bed, nice and warm. It's flannel and minky, kept me warm the last couple of days. This is Adele, made a t-shirt quilt for a friend that I guess she had promised a while ago, if I remember correctly. And a scrappy 2.5-inch square quilt. And she's gone crazy with hexagons, as many of you know. And a postage stamp quilt. She's trying to use all the scraps up that she has. She's only making a dent though. Adele had some tags. I might have opened the not updated presentation, ladies. I don't want to try to switch, to be honest. Anna Gallo, this is her crocheted wearables in homage to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. They're vintage crocheted collars, which are very lovely. Sandra Goldberg did a scroll poem, which clearly rolls up very lovely. This is beautiful. And you can look at the slide. I have to let you in. Okay, hold on. Pause. Talk amongst yourself. How do I do that?
Participants.
Yep. Oh,
And then
admit,
bunch of us
admit,
all.
admit. Where does it say admit all?
At the top right.
Okay, it doesn't say that on mine. I don't see you, Kristen.
All the way. I think I'm locked out, so, but at least the other people are in, so.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Wait a minute.
trying.
So it's Essex County Needlecraft Guild is who I'm letting in. Kristen, are you there?
Yes. I may be at the top. Or maybe not.
Participants.
That is so weird.
Yeah, I see, it shows that you're in is Essex County Needlecraft Guild.
There's a second.
I'm sorry?
The second laptop. Let me see if
Oh.
we can get. You go back to that, and I will keep working on trying to get in.
Okay, and you'll be coming in as Kristen Hunter.
Might be Essex County. Here
Oh,
it is.
admit. I just admitted.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so are you going to take over or am I going to continue?
Why don't you continue for a second, and then I'll pull up that file, and then we can switch.
Okay, because I know there's some missing in the file I
Right.
have. Okay. Okay, wow, that worked. All right, can you guys see the Sandra slide?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Michelle's been very busy making no-sew ornaments with folded fabric, and they're just fabulous, fabulous. Here's some more close-up details. Wow. And these are the envelopes that she makes embroidered, all different styles. The bee's my favorite, if anyone's curious. This is Janet Hoskins. It's a Valentine's wall hanging, and she made the hearts with soaking the fabric in the glue so that she could have the dimensions so they'd stand off the background. And Linda Hogan, this is Grandma's fan quilt, and the fabrics came from South Africa and are dyed with indigo. And she's collected this fabric for a long time. It's a queen size quilt. Maggie, who's been very prolific, as you will see. So this quilt was made from blocks received in exchange, and then she added 5 extra blocks in the setting. So it's this lovely blue and white. And this is a different setting for the Quilters Common Block of the Month. And so she, as I said, set them differently than what the shop had set up. It's very lovely. Okay, so these are 2 quilts that Maggie made from clothing that she deconstructed. The clothing came from San Francisco. They were colorful dresses and skirts, and the elastic gave out on them, so she cut them into squares. Now, please note that it's not because she didn't have enough fabric. It was just she figured she would just not waste this. This is a quilt made for her first son's wedding. He asked for a game board. This game was called Yinch, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. These are 2 pieces that Maggie made. The first one is made of cotton yarn, and the second has a bit of sparkle in the yarn and is more of an evening wrap. And the little monster candy dishes and a pod of snowmen. Maggie, you're missing the masks on the snowmen, just an FYI. And these are cute little applique floral baskets with a hanger. This was done for, it was a wall hanging pattern that you turned into these little individual pieces. Rosemary Kelleher, drag race quilt was done for her grandson, and it was designed after a desert scene in Morocco. And it was actually quilted by the Missouri Star Quilt Company. And there's a knitted nativity scene also, which is very amazing. Susan McAndrews, Harddanger scissor cases from a pattern bought at a 2012 Nordic Needle Retreat. Wow, it's very beautiful. Everything's so beautiful. Linda Mendonca knitted 2 coordinating ponchos for her grandnieces for Christmas and a scarf for herself with leftover yarn. Vicki Sutton made 2 gangsies. One completed and one's a work in process. They're both made from yarn she bought in Ireland over 20 years ago. And I guess she borrowed the needles from Bonnie Floyd over 6 months ago. So really, that's pretty productive if you ask me. Marjorie Talaco, originally these pieces were made from her mom to put on the door for each season. And so her mom has sadly passed, and so she's going to use them on her door to remind them of her mother. And this is another piece that Marjorie did that hangs in an embroidery hoop. And these are 3-dimensional freestanding needle felted sculptures in American goldfinch and Carolina wren. These are owls. One's framed, and there's a Christmas ornament, well, an ornament, and some needle felted pins. And Ildy's also been very busy. This is a log cabin. The center was completed at least 15 years ago, and the borders were added in 2020, and it's ready to go to the long armor. This is another 9-patch with snowball. They were from a scrap bee exchange in the late 90s, almost vintage. The blocks are assembled in 2020, quilted, and given as a Christmas gift. This is a green quilt. The centerpiece was at least 10 years ago, recently added the 4-patch border, and this just came back from the long armor. Wow. This is a color play quilt that Ildy did. It's an old quilt top that just came back from the long armor about a week ago. Churn Dash quilt, also a scrap bee block exchange dated from the 90s. The borders were added and quilted in 2020. This is Compote with Camellias. This is a rug done by Ildy as well. This is designed by Primitive Spirit. This is a Santa tree skirts, 24 inches across, along with bees and trees wall hanging. I guess it's a wall hanging or a rug. It's 22 by 31. I wouldn't put it on the floor, but that's me. Tulip geometric rug, 39 by 42, which is very lovely. This is Gloria's wool applique wall hanging, and it's got metallic threads. Now, this is the last slide on this, but it really isn't the last slide in the actual presentation. This slide's missing from Barb Harold, Michelle Maurice, the 52 tags.
Catherine, if you switch me to be the host, we can go back to those.
Okay, that would be fabulous. So Zoom. Okay. And how would I make you the host, Kristen?
Under my name.
Make host, okay. Got it?
I think so.
All right. So I'm going to stop share.
Oh,
And here we go again.
Perfect.
You didn't know you were getting entertainment today, did you? All right. Is this where I started with the missing ones?
Yes.
Okay. So this is Barb's, who's been very busy. Can't talk. 3 UFOs that she finished, and they're going to go to the Georgetown Community Center thrift shop to sell. And the shirt that was there is also,
That's the Groveland Congregational Church's thrift shop.
sorry, I was
That's right.
guessing.
I know. I didn't spell it.
I tried.
You did good. You did good.
So this is, and the top was also finished from the junk table. I love the little pocket with the hanky on it.
oh,
Next. Okay, I can't read the bottoms anymore. This is a junk table project again. And Barb, are you donating this or are you keeping this one?
Well, if I can get it to fit this summer, I'm going to hopefully wear it.
Okay, should we get you one of those garter things that they put on the middle there?
Yeah, I'm gonna have,
Corset.
yeah,
Get
I
you a
have to get a little,
corset.
I'll get a corset
Whole body.
tank top underneath. yeah.
Okay,
Whole body.
got it. All right, next. Oh, and puppets. We have lots of puppets here.
Lots of puppets. It's been a busy puppet year.
Yeah, we've got Red Fox and 4 ponies. Awesome. Playing out in the snow even.
Yep.
All right, next. Chickens. The latest chickens. They fly the coop at the Pleasant Shop in Newburyport. I own one of those chickens. We've got a black lab puppy. Next. Oh, black lab arm puppets. Wow, you have been busy. Next, hats. These are her fabulous hats that she makes and usually sells at the Christmas.
Yeah,
Um,
I did those when I was in January or in, December, January, when I was up sitting with my daughter after her surgery. So I tried to do one a day up there
Wow. And we have octopi.
in process. Yeah.
Okay, and then that was Linda's. So I jumped to Glenna, I think, had her tags. Which would be the other direction. Okay, we'll go to Michelle. Michelle Maurice had a couple of quilted table runners that she's done, the hearts, and the other one was from, I think, a 10-inch layer cake, and she quilted them herself. And these are Michelle's 52 tags, her January and February. They're actually a lot of fun. You can still join, it's not too late. Next. We're getting there. So we need Glenna's tags would be the earliest one that I think we were missing. You get to memorize it after a little bit. Oh, Adele's tags, then Glenna, or Glenna, then Adele, I guess it would be. All right, these are Adele's 52 tag projects. This is a combination of her January and February tags. And okay, there is Glenna's. Those are Glenna's tags. Glenna and Gloria doing their tags a little larger. And Michelle's, and I think, do we jump to Gloria's? Okay, and these are Gloria's 52 tags project, Gloria Webster. So that's the little group of us that we know of in the guild that are making those tags. All right, so we thank you for your patience. And turn this back over to, oh, actually, I guess I'll talk about the name tag challenge, unless Michelle did, and I didn't hear you.
I did, but go through it again, Catherine.
Okay, so on April 15th, which, believe it or not, is next month, okay? We need all your photos of your name tags submitted so we can review them. We're going to reveal, the board is going to review them, and from there, we're going to reveal the top finalists, and then the members will get to vote from the finalists. And in June, we'll announce the winners, and prizes will be awarded at our annual luncheon that you have to bring your own lunch and eat it in your own house this year. But it will be fun, as always. Okay, Michelle? Oh, no, and then next month, we have Lisanne Miller from W. Cushing Rugs, and she's going to give us a history of rug hooking. And I believe my instinct is it's going to be a live presentation as opposed to just slides. So I think she's going to be showing us things from her studio. I'll verify that and you'll get more information in an upcoming newsletter. Next. Okay, Michelle, it's yours.
All right, Kristen, can we go back to the vote on the suspension of Article 4?
Yes, just a second.
Michelle, just to remind you, we haven't done the treasurer's report either.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I always forget that one.
You know, you have to say though, this meeting has not been boring. Okay.
We've jumped around an awful lot. All right.
Keeping everybody awake.
Well, hopefully nobody's bored with this. All right, here we go. The treasurer's report. And you will, if you notice the net income on the bottom line, we have almost $500 in the black, which is excellent. And again, a lot of that comes from, almost all of it comes from the support of our generous members by supporting our raffle, by donating to us, and by those who have decided to pay their dues. So thank you very much to all of those people. If you have any questions or comments on these, you can now unmute and ask those or send us a chat. If there are none, then the minutes are accepted. The audit report, the treasurer's report will be accepted and filed for audit. All right. Now, can we find the, here we are. All right, so the board of directors has already discussed suspending Article 4, Section 2 for the 2021 year. This section, this is the section of the bylaws that limit officers to serve no more than 2 consecutive terms. What we agreed and voted for on the board meeting is that we will suspend that limitation so that for this year, a board member may serve a 3rd consecutive term. What this would do for us, it would allow our current treasurer, Glenna Etheridge, to continue to serve as treasurer for another term. So the board has already approved this, and now we are turning to the members to ratify that vote. So right now, we will vote whether or not to ratify the board's vote. Would someone make a motion to vote on the proposal to remove the limit on consecutive terms for 2021?
Yes, Michelle, it's Dell. I will make the motion to remove the limit on consecutive terms as stated in Article 4, Section 2 for the year 2021.
Thank you. Is there a second, anybody?
It's Betsy, and I'll second.
Great, thank you. All right, instead of asking for ayes and nays, I'm just going to ask for the nays, if you will. I think it'll be easier. So if there's anybody opposed to this measure, unmute right now and say so, please. All right, I don't hear anything, so I assume that we have passed this unanimously. And thank you, everybody. All right, so we have, I think, covered everything. We've talked about the member-to-member marketplace and everything there. We talked about the things that are going into the April basket. Remember, if you send a payment via PayPal or check, please note which basket you want that money to go to, because we have multiple baskets available at the same time. Marjorie, when is asking a question, when will meetings be in person? The answer to that is we don't know. I know that the governor has opened up a lot of things this month, including indoor gatherings limited to 100 people. However, I don't believe that this is the right thing. I think it's too early, number one, partly because not everybody's had the opportunity to be vaccinated yet. I know I have an appointment, but it isn't until March 21st, and that's just for my first shot. So I would not feel safe coming to a meeting if I hadn't been vaccinated yet. There are also other issues with this. If we have to do 6 feet distancing, that would mean it would limit the number of people who could attend. I'm not even sure we could fit 50 people in the room under those circumstances. And there are other issues. So we don't even know if the church has opened yet. So right now, I don't see us opening until September at the earliest, especially with the new viruses and I forgot what the other thing I was thinking as well. But I think there's a lot of reasons right now that I don't think we want to meet in person just yet. We are watching it carefully. The board talks about it and discusses it routinely. But we're just not comfortable yet with the way things are. We want to watch and see how it goes. So that, and thank you for the question, by the way. I didn't even think to talk about it as part of the meeting, and I should have. So now we are on to the fun part here. And as always, I have my little raffle tickets for this beautiful, beautiful little bunny. And he visited me at my house for a while, and I had a very hard time letting him go into that basket. Yeah. All right. And our winner is Wendy Beaumont. Congratulations, Wendy.
Oh I can't believe it. I am thrilled. I can't tell you how thrilled I am. I'm thank you. Thank you. Yay.
Adele will be calling you to arrange the delivery.
All right, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm a lucky girl.
Yes, you are. I love that bunny.
Yeah, so do I. I've been writing about it for months and looking at the picture.
All right. So let's see. We covered a lot of things and it was a little disjointed. So I will just want to remind you. Our next meeting will be Wednesday, April 3rd with Lisanne Miller on the history of rug hooking. Don't forget your entries for the name tag challenge, which are due on April 15th. And we are still looking for a few more recipes for our cookbook. See the newsletter for what we still need. And you can watch all our previous presentations at any time. They are on our website, EssexCountyNeedlecraft.com, under the programs tab, and we just keep keeping them out there, so they are available to you at any time. And a big thank you to our technical people who've really had to put up with a lot today. So thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Catherine, for stepping in and helping.
No problem.
I don't know where we would have gone without you both today. So that said, I hope everybody enjoyed today's meeting, as difficult as it was. And everybody get those vaccines, stay safe, and stay well.